Good morning, YouTubers. I'm Thomas Porter here with Porter Barnwood, and I am here to show you around. We've got a wonderful event happening today. We've got the Lie-Nielsen Tool Works company. They're here. They're going to be demoing all of their wonderful hand tools and letting you have a chance to demo them. And because of this event, we've brought in some wonderful friends. I'm going to take you around and show you some of the wonderful stuff we've got here today. Before we get to the Lie-Nielsen, let me go ahead and introduce you to some of the wood turners over here. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
How's it going? We've got the Arizona Woodworkers Association with us. I'm sorry, the Arizona Wood Turners Association with us this morning doing some turnings. Looks like you've got a nice looking segmented thing about to happen here.
That's right. I want to get a picture of it before, during, and after.
Excellent. You guys going to be turning all day, I hope?
Oh, yeah. And tomorrow.
And tomorrow. So tell me about the Arizona Wood Turners Association.
Well, the Arizona Woodturning Association is a group of people. We're about 170 members strong, and we're trying to preserve the art of turning wood on a lathe. So we demonstrate in a lot of the places like Porter Barnwood, the state fairs. We did about 2,000 hours with the state fair down there demoing, and we do all the county, state fairs. We're going to do Globe this year. So
did you bring any of the wonderful stuff that is finished already so I can show it on video?
we do.
Will you show it to me over
table.
there? Yeah, come give me a quick tour if you don't mind. Look at this stuff.
You want to know what we turn or how we turn?
I want to know what you turn and how you do it.
Okay, so
Do you mind if I touch the bowl?
now you can touch all the rolls.
See this? This is some turquoise inlay, Jesse, inside of there. Although she's going to explain that to you in a second. Show me around.
All right, so to know how to get a bowl out of a piece of wood, so here's the tree. So we have half of the tree. So this is the tree up and down. And we cut it in half.
Coming
okay?
close.
So we cut it in half
Audio.
this way.
Yep.
And then what we do is then we lay it down and we decide how big a bowl I can get out of this. All right? And then you can have a piece of wood or just a marker put in the center on this, and you take it to the bandsaw and you cut it out. Mm-hmm. And when you're done, you end up with this.
The reason why we do that is to try to avoid having any of that pith and all that stuff in there.
Correct.
So it
Because-
doesn't explode on the lathe.
You got it. Because if the pith, and we don't have the pith on this one, the pith is farther over. If you turn with the pith likes to crack and break, and you don't want that.
You don't want things
The
exploding
bowls
on your
split.
lathe.
So this, for example, I could get this out of it. So here's some angle that.
And this is a nice
Here's
natural
this.
edge right here. That's really
And
pretty.
this would be the same thing. That's how it would have come out of the wood, just like that.
It's gorgeous.
Or we could have not used the bark, and we could have come out. So here is a good example of where the pith is, right there. And so this would have come out of the wood just like that. One of the things they talk about is hardwood. Like, why do I have two different colors of wood here? This is the sapwood, and this is the tight grain on the inside. The heartwood, yes. Of course, by the grains, the number of grains and how tight the grain is how fast it grew and how old it is.
Now this looks like it might be mesquite.
This is mesquite.
Wonderful.
This is a piece of mesquite.
That is pretty.
So there's the heartwood right there. So to get this bowl out of a tree like this, you know how big the tree had to be, because the tree had to be a little bit bigger around than this. That's how big the tree had to be to get this big of a bowl.
Yeah.
This is a pepper mill. They're fun. You turn it. You've got the pepper grinder down here.
That looks like a Purple Heart.
It is Purple Heart.
Hey,
It was my very first.
Look at you, expert.
some
Yes,
days.
it is. This was the very first pepper mill I ever turned.
It's beautiful.
But
I don't know what wood species this is. It's
this, they should have marked it.
looks like some sort of a. Oh, I was just about to say ash before you blew it.
I'm so sorry. But
But
this
it's
is
got some
ash
iridescent
with
looking
a
fun stuff
cool,
on the inside. That's cool.
It's a where you put paint on it and you let it drip, and then you keep putting layers on. This is California pepperwood. Love turning this. It's got such character.
It's beautiful.
This is a pepper mill made out of mesquite. So you grind it this way. It's got the mechanism down here.
Well, this is so beautiful. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
showing us all this
You're
wonderful
welcome.
stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing you turn some today, huh?
I will be.
Awesome.
Yes,
We're
I
gonna
will.
come back and see that. Hey,
Thank
Jesse,
you.
come with me. Let's check out all the other people. Yep. All right, sir. So we also have the Arizona Woodworkers, which was a fine woodworking organization. These guys are bringing some of the fun stuff that they do. You want to tell me a little bit about the organization?
We're Arizona Fine Woodworkers. I can't remember how many years, but we meet at different woodworking clubs, shops like Woodcraft, Woodworkers, Source, Phoenix, Tempe. We have a wide variety of people that are in our club. We have from woodturners to carvers to people like me making toys and having fun making something like that.
That is a tiny little,
Just
tiny little turning.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, and that's our fun.
We turn giant logs into toothpicks. is what we're-
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Where's it at? It's right there. It's right there. That's good.
And so, it's,
Well, come check out these flag boxes, Jesse.
yeah.
So he actually came into me and was telling me he wanted to build some flag boxes, and they built a few out of barnwood, which we've been selling and then giving the money to the club to keep supporting woodworking and things like that. But he's building these beautiful flag boxes, which any of you who have family in the service can appreciate.
Yep. Our woodworking club just came over to my house on Saturday, and we built 25 of these cases. All the lumber was donated, all the glass but 10 panes were donated, and then we put all our labor into it, and this is what we turned out. This actually came from your dumpster.
Yeah. Well, great.
So,
And is this made of wood?
That was all wood.
That's all made of wood.
That's all wood.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. It's about 200 hours we're putting into that.
Goodness. Well, that is cool.
Yeah,
Thanks
if
for.
if it's better to take the case off so you can see it better.
Yep. Wonderful. Well, thank you guys for being here today.
Okay.
I'm excited to see what
Thanks
you guys
a lot,
are creating.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Let's go check out some more stuff. So, one of the most respected cabinet makers in town, in Arizona, is David Fleming. And he's a very, very talented woodworker. He's got a small little table here. He looks like the most humble of sorts, but this guy is very, very talented. He's come here to show you guys how to do some fun techniques as part of the Lie-Nielsen event, so let's pay him a visit. How's it going, Mr. Fleming?
How are you, Thomas?
Very good. I'm just bragging about you on YouTube Live.
Okay.
So I was telling him what an extraordinary woodworker you are and how you came here to tell us all your wonderful secrets.
Well, I don't know about your description is not entirely accurate, but I'm happy to.
Well, what are you demonstrating for people today?
Well, I'm going to be probably doing a little kumiko, Japanese. This is work that they do in Japanese shoji screens. So they make it part of the overall screen.
Is that spruce?
No, this is Douglas fir.
Okay.
Vertical grain
And is
fir.
that redwood?
This is Western red cedar.
Cool.
And so, yeah, it's kind of fun to do.
Yeah, it looks really neat.
It's
Is this all done by hand?
yep.
Wow.
Yeah, the strips are sized by. I mean, I use machinery to rough them out, cut them out, and then I've got some jigs which I didn't bring here, and a specialized plane that's made to plane this so that they're all a uniform thickness.
Is that the Lie-Nielsen plane? That's the no?
No, it's one I made. I make my own.
Wonderful.
I support the Lie-Nielsen guys entirely, and I have some Lie-Nielsen tools, but I'm a wood.
Well, I know you have that big 90-degree one.
That's 51.
Yeah, that's a cool piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna have that buried with me when I go.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving that.
Very good.
Cool. So I'll be doing a little bit of this. I've got one that's kind of set up, ready to, make a few pieces for and stuff. So I'll show people how to do that.
Excellent. And you've got some beautiful little handmade boxes over here.
Yeah, otherwise I just like to promote the classes that I do. So these are bandsawn boxes. That's marquetry.
you're doing classes yourself, and you're doing it with the Southwest.
I teach at the Southwest School, but I do classes in my workshop up in the Scottsdale Air Park.
Okay, great.
For 10 years.
We'll come in and say hi to David and see what he's up to. Wonderful woodworker, very humble dude, but he's
Thanks a lot,
amazing.
Tom.
Let's go check in on another guy.
Thanks.
I'm going to introduce you to Russ Philbeck. He's worked with, he even worked with Jimmy Carter building things. So this another wonderful, humble man who does some really wonderful things philanthropically, but he's also just an amazing woodworker. I mean, some of these chairs, look at this chair.
And I got
The ebony pins that are in here, little ebony pins, all this beautiful wood. He takes the hickory bark and he weaves the seats. He's going to be showing people tomorrow, how to do that. You're assembling a chair today, right, Russ?
Yes, I'll be gluing up that small musician's chair, which is like that tall one, only short, so that you can sit
so I
and
can
play.
sit and pick.
And
Wonderful.
then I'll weave the seat tomorrow after.
I wanted to introduce everybody to you on YouTube. This is Russ Philbeck. He's a buddy of mine, and he was with us last year when we had this event, and we are so excited to have him back this year. He's just a very talented guy, and
Super fun to come here.
yeah, and he's just a really cool guy to hang out with. So come and say howdy to him. Tell me about what you're going to be showing people today.
Well, I'm going to be doing the glue up on this small musician's chair in the red oak, and then tomorrow I will be weaving the seat. The hickory bark is what I weave the seat in, and this is just a little sample to show the herringbone pattern. But this particular seat is over 120 years old, and what I do on the interior of my seats, I put in a seat cushion.
Check this out.
That will be filled with all of these shavings. And but 100 years ago, they didn't have fabric to make up a seat cushion, so they took the old corn husks, wetted them, and rolled them. And the interior of this seat is filled with those corn shucks.
All shucks.
So all shucks. So when you sit on the chair, the pressure is transmitted through to the lower weave, so the lower weave immediately starts carrying its share of the load, rather than sagging. So, yes, I'll be.
They were smart.
They were.
They were smart.
They may have not had a lot of formal education, but they were very smart people.
I imagine a few of those farmers' kids put a few corn husks in their butt when they did something wrong too. What do you think? No spankings for me.
No, they got hickory switches.
This is a great little carving bench you've got here set up.
A
This is
shaving
awesome.
horse, yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. If you make it octagon first, and this little notch right here allows you to now put your toes there, and then
So I'm going to circle this up. I'm turning this into a spindle. Is that what we're
correct. And so what you will be doing is you will shave each corner off to create a chamfer, and it needs to be about 3/8 of an inch wide so that each surface is about equal. And then when you knock off those 8 corners, you have a 16agon.
Okay, is that what it's called? 16agon? Is that the scientific term? I'm gonna make a 16agon here. That's good.
I always say that and watch people's faces because there's no such thing.
Yeah,
There is called a decahexahedron.
that's great.
Say that one more time.
That's my middle name.
A decahexahedron, and that's, deca is 10, hex is 6, so 16. So if you shave off these 8, you'll have 16.
Yeah.
And so
I had a decahexahedron party when I turned
that's right.
decahexa.
Yes.
Cool. Well, this is awesome.
So yes, it's so much fun to.
Did you make this draw knife?
No, this is a very old draw knife. I made the shaving horse. I made this before I made my very first chair. Brian Boggs required everyone to have a shaving horse when they took a class with him.
Excellent.
And so I didn't have one. I had no idea what. I hadn't seen one. So I started thinking. It took me about 3 weeks to design my own and make it. And I have loved it ever since because...
Now, am I doing this right?
Yes, well...
Sort of.
Sort of.
All right, what am I doing wrong?
You shouldn't be just using... You shouldn't be a beaver.
Okay.
Trying to chew it off.
All right. So I'm supposed to draw it long, straight.
And you use your upper body weight. It's a nice smooth motion.
Are you making fun of me because I'm fat?
Yeah, use your upper body weight.
There.
Oh.
And you get this gentle motion, and your arms hardly move at all.
This is a new core workout that we're going to be designing so that I can lose all this dad fat that I've got on here. I'm going to be doing
Is that what you're calling it?
dad fat, my dad bod?
Many people ask if this is a exercise machine, and I say yes.
Yes. I can't think of a better way to exercise. Hey, thank you, Russ, for letting us visit with you, and I sure hope you have a wonderful time here this weekend.
I will.
So come and say hi to Russ. Let's go check out the guys that brought this show to us. Let's go say hi to Lie-Nielsen this morning. Well, I'm not going to interrupt them. They're actually doing business right now. Check it out. There's already quite a few people here. The event has just begun, but they're going to be showing all their different tools. They've got all their hand tools here for us to demo. One of the things that I love about Lie-Nielsen is they want you to get your hands dirty with their tools. They trust them. They want to show you how to sharpen them. They're high quality tools, and as a woodworker, if you go out there, one of the most frustrating things is having bad tools that don't do what they're supposed to do, and not knowing how to use them properly. Like Russ showing me how to use that draw knife properly. This is that, by the way, this is the thing David said he wanted to be buried with, right here. Yeah. For squaring up end grains. I mean, you know that this tool has to be killer in order to get a good finish on these tools. I mean, this is just cool. And what I'm going to do first, as a pro woodworker, I use a lot of power tools, but we all appreciate times when we need to have something like a hand plane or a chisel, and you don't want it to be a bad one. So we use Lie-Nielsen in the shop, and we're always drilling over these tools. So it's great to have them here because we get to try out some of the other stuff that they come up with, or some of the tools that we don't have yet that we're coveting. So this gives us a great opportunity to try it out. So check it out. Right now he's showing them a couple of planes, and then we'll start to advance the blade to the setting. So I'm just pulling it back till I'm just barely brushing here. So back to 0. Now I'm going to advance the blade slightly. You'll notice here is a good example of that back. So if you look at that, right now he's doing a couple of bench planes. Yeah.
What's nice about a plane surface is it cuts the wood. If the blade is really sharp, it'll cut that wood fiber very cleanly. It's very different than a sanded surface. You can sand the surface this smooth, but because sandpaper makes an abrading cut, the wood fiber at that microscopic level is more toothy. And because of that, it diffuses light differently. So something that's been cut with a very sharp blade really reflects light in a different manner, and I think it really allows the wood to really show through in a way that you kind of lose with sandpaper. All right. You want to try that?
So they brought with them a bunch of chisels and rasps. We've got some fun hand saws over here. They've got some spoke shaves. The little tools, they've got scrapers. I mean, kind of everything. They're a full array of tools that they brought with them. So there's a lot of stuff to see. Plus, you know, we have a really cool barnwood company here that you can come and check out while you're here and get a good coffee. In fact, why don't we go get a good coffee right now?
All right.
Sounds good to you, right, Jesse?
I always love good coffee.
Are you set up and ready for coffee yet? You're ready. Tell me about King Kong.
So it's a new espresso cart popping up. We have a Bomber Zucker espresso machine that will run espresso breakfast.
This guy makes a mean cup of coffee. Just so you know, Jesse, he makes some of the best coffee I've ever had, and that's saying a lot.
You say it's the best, so he's gonna have to show me.
I know, he's gonna have to prove it. I've set the bar really high for you, by the way. All right, let's do it.
So, knock it out.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you get a chance to come down to Porter Barnwood and visit with us. If you don't make it to the Lie-Nielsen event, we've got lots of other fun stuff happening in the future. We've got some concerts coming up. We've got demos that'll be coming. So if you get a chance, check out porterbarnwood.com. when we do have events like that, we send it out in our email list as well as put them on our events page and our Facebook and our Instagram and all kinds of stuff. So be sure to check us out on social media, and we'll look forward to seeing you all soon. Hope you have a good one. Until then, we'll catch you later.